I found a rare two-door GC Coupe at a local salvage yard. And in this video, I'm going to walk you guys through stripping the entire interior. We'll dive into removing the center console, removing the door panels, removing the front dash components, the rear seat area, and most importantly, the interior plastic pillar panels. So stay tuned guys, there's a bunch of great information in this video.
This is my little SubaruONLY shop. It's a DIY Subaru channel. It's a channel where all I do is Subaru builds and race Subaru vehicles and motorsport events. It's a DIY themed channel where I walk you guys through the steps to get your Subarus back on the road and hopefully do a little racing of your own. So thanks for checking out the video guys. I really appreciate it. Okay guys, we're at another pick apart, and I actually found an Impreza two-door coupe that's here. I don't recall what year it is. I don't recall if it's an Impreza L or Impreza RS, but it's a two-door coupe. And as a lot of you guys probably know, there's a lot of rare parts on two-door coupes. And I actually need a couple parts for my 98 RS coupe. Okay guys, I found the coupe. It's right here. You can see it behind me. It's got this primer gray paint job. But I'll tell you guys, the interior on this car is gray, which is exactly what I wanted. And it has those interior A-pillar and B-pillar, C-pillar panels that I need. Because although it looks rough on the outside, this car definitely has some awesome two-door coupe parts on it. Okay, so you're looking at a 93 through 2001 Subaru Impreza two-door coupe. I don't know what year this is yet. Actually, I do know what year. It says right there, 95 Subaru. So this is not an RS. They didn't make an RS in 95. 98 was the first year they actually had an RS for the Subaru. So this will be an Impreza L. As far as stripping this sucker out and stripping it down, obviously these seats are no good, so I'm going to pull that seat out. But basically, I'm just going to start pulling things out. I'm going to pull these trim panels out. I'm going to pull these door panels out. I'm going to pull that center console out. I actually found the back piece to it, so I actually have the whole center console. And this is that pre-facelift center console. So that's actually the 93 through 97 style, and it's in the gray, which is really great. So I'll take this whole center console and the shifter set up. And I really want to get, like I said, the primary thing I want to get is these BC pillar interior plastic panels. And I want to get this one right here. This is that A pillar front plastic panel. This is my car for the day. I'm gonna post up, get situated, get all my parts and tools out, play a little bit of music, and start stripping this sucker. I'll set the camera up when I get to a point where I can actually maybe do a little time lapse and a little breakdown of how I'm gonna pull these parts out. So stay tuned, a lot more on this car today. Okay guys, real quick, I wanted to pause real fast and let you guys know on these manual doors, there's actually a little C-clip in there you have to pop off. It's this little C-clip right here. This little C-clip is what actually holds that door handle on this little spline. So basically, the way this works is this little door handle has these little splines on the inside. Those little splines slide over these splines, like that. And then this little clip actually slides in behind the little handle and locks it in place on that little male spline stud. So you gotta pop this little C-clip off first, then you can take this little door handle off, and then you can remove the door panels. So I'll be moving on to the interior now, and I'll be taking out this center console. And one thing to note on these early style center consoles, there's actually a clip right here on the side and on the other side on the side. So you need to remove the seats, or at least slide the seats forward enough so you can get these little clips out. Once you get those clips out, you can slide this thing off, and you can move on to this front section. There's a couple of screws right here. You can see how thrashed and how dirty this thing is. I mean, look how dirty this car is, guys. It's insane. This person did not take very good care of this car. Look at this. There's some cigarettes in there. And look on here on the side door handle cubby. Yeah, it's not an ashtray, guys. That was a door handle compartment. So moving on this thing, we'll take these two screws out and then pop the shifter boot out, and we'll remove this whole center console, and I'll take that as well. This is a pretty sweet early pre-facelift center console. As you saw in the time lapse, I basically stripped down the entire interior and the front dash of this car. A couple little tips right here. There's a couple screws up here you're gonna have to get that cluster out, a couple screws in the bottom to get that cluster out, and you can actually remove that cluster with the steering wheel installed, as you guys saw in that time lapse, not a problem. And also for the center vent controls, there's a couple screws right here and right here you might have saw me remove. You have to remove those two screws, and then that center vent unit can actually pop right out, and you can remove that whole thing as one unit. So let's move over to the back. First thing I'll need to do is remove this seat, so I'll remove that back seat rest. Then I'll take these rear quarter panels out, and I'm probably gonna keep these because these are real rare, guys. Like I've said multiple times in this video, these rear quarter panels are only available on two-door coupes, obviously. So they're becoming more and more rare, and finding ones in good condition is definitely something you wanna grab. So I'm gonna grab these and see if I can kind of restore them. They look pretty damn good, you guys. There's a couple little stains like right there, but overall these quarter panels are in great condition. And then after I remove these quarter panels, then I can actually get to these pillar trim panels. And then after I remove these BC pillar trim panels, you'll see that there's actually a screw underneath that's actually holding the exterior trim panel in. Okay guys, you probably saw me get off that rear kind of trim panel right here, this BC pillar trim panel. And the trick is to these, they're really easy to snap the interior little clips on these things. There's like a little plastic clip on the back, and there's a metal clip that clips onto that plastic clip, and the plastic clip is molded into this little panel. So it's really easy to snap those plastic clips off. And I'll tell you, one of the tricks is you basically want to kind of work your way around this panel and find exactly where that clip is, and then try to get a little pressure behind it and try to pop that clip out from behind rather than just kind of pull on the sides right here. When you pull on the sides or just pull on the bottom and you try to release a clip that's like in here in the middle, you have a much higher likelihood of snapping it. So definitely the trick is take your time, work it slowly, and definitely try to get your hand up underneath there or get a tool up underneath there and try to pop it out from the back. That's the big trick, getting these things out without damage. Another thing I'll mention is that you can actually get the seatbelt through this little clip right here. You just kind of work this little sucker through that little hole. It'll kind of flex a little bit so you can get it through. And then you kind of unbolt the bottom bracket and you can slip that bottom bracket through that little slot as well. That way you guys don't have to cut these seatbelts and you can keep this little trim piece. Okay, basically the same approach goes for these A-pillar panel pieces. You basically want to get behind them. You want to pop them out right where the clip location is as best as you can find it. And then pop them out and hopefully you don't damage any of those little plastic tabs. Alright guys, I got a little stockpile of parts here. These interior trim parts for two-door coupe, of course. These little A-pillar trim panels came out really nicely. This is the front where it kind of connects into the windshield. It still has that little rubber snubber on it right there. That's great. And as I kind of walk you guys down it, there's no damage on it whatsoever on the exterior of it, or the interior side. And then as I flip it over, you guys can take a look at these clips right here. I actually have this front little clip that slides in over the dash. It's like a little C-clip. And then as you move down, I didn't damage any of these clips breaking this thing off. Got the clip right there with the metal little clip on it. And then we got our plastic tang right there with the metal clip. And then the plastic tang right there with the metal clip. And we still have that little foam seal on it as well, that factory foam seal, which is really nice. And then the metal clip right there with the plastic tang. And then right there, the last one. I actually removed these A-pillar trim panels perfectly. Same for the left and the right side, but I will say one of them actually has a little crack in it already. That was actually there before I started pulling the sucker out. I just didn't notice it until I got it all the way out. But I can probably do a little plastic epoxy bond for that. Once it's kind of held flush and kind of resealed or rebonded with some epoxy 2-part plastic bond, that crack might be pretty much unnoticeable. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and use it because I like reusing parts that would have ended up in the junkyard or in the trash, especially for a rare two-door coupe like this one. So that'd be kind of cool to save that little piece. So on that note, I'm gonna wrap it up here for today, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me on another trip to the junkyard where I stripped this two-door Impreza coupe for a bunch of rare parts that are really hard to find. And I found a few of the parts I'm missing on my 1998 RS. If you guys have any questions or comments, please go ahead and leave them in the comments section. And if you guys need any maintenance items or performance parts for your Subarus, make sure you check out my SubaruONLY Amazon shop. And you can see a link in the description below. Thanks again for checking out the channel, guys. I really appreciate it. My name's Luke. You guys have been watching the Subaru-only channel. Until next time, guys. Later! Okay, so new pro tip for the front desk guys at a salvage pick parts. Basically just overwhelm him with tons and tons of interior panel pieces that he just can't make sense out of. And he basically says to me, I don't really know what to do with all these pieces. I'm just gonna charge you kind of a bulk rate for all this stuff. And I said, sure, that sounds perfect. I was hoping you'd do that. And he looks it all over, doesn't even really pick up the pieces and look at them closely. And he says, what do you think about, I don't know, 43 bucks for everything? And I said, hell yes. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful New Year's, and I will continue to do business here for many, many years to come.